everybody, and welcome back to the Sugar Oven Studio. I'm Faisy the Baker, and in today's video, we'll be making a delicious and easy blueberry pie. So let's get started. First, go ahead and preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. In a large bowl, you'll add 5 cups of blueberries. I just learned how to do that. Then you'll go ahead and add the zest of 1 lemon, 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, half a cup of sugar, and finally 1/4 cup of cornstarch. And that's all it is to our blueberry pie filling. You'll just toss these up with a spatula until all the blueberries are coated in our sugar, lemon juice, lemon zest, and cornstarch. For this pie, we'll be using a double pie crust, and you can use my video to get the recipe for that. I'll put the link in the description. I'm going to sprinkle some flour on my work surface to make sure that my pie dough doesn't stick. And then I'm going to roll it out into a really long disc. This is about how big you want your pie crust to be. And it's okay if it isn't a perfect circle, because we'll put it in our pie pan and then we'll trim the edges. I'm going to go ahead and lift my pie dough and place it in my pan. And then I'll go ahead and kind of form it along the edges, sort of mold my pie dough in. Then with a sharp knife, go ahead and trim the edges. I rolled out my pie dough and then I cut it into strips of about 3/4 of an inch. And now we're ready to move on. So now I'm going to take my strips of pie dough and lay them across my beautiful blueberry pie. And you can space them out however you like. Mine are kind of looking at about 1/2 inch. But once again, the spacing is totally up to you. I've laid out my strips of pie dough, and now I'm going to go ahead and fold about every other pie strip to about the halfway point. There we go. And now I'm going to take a strip of pie dough and place it just like that across. And then I'll unfold these strips that I folded, just like that. And now the strips that I didn't fold, I'm going to unfold those, unfolding every other strip that I didn't earlier unfold. And I'll take another strip, place it on, and unfold back again. And yeah, you'll just keep doing this process of unfolding the ones that you did not fold before, placing your strip of pie dough, and then folding back again. Now that my lattice is all done, I'm going to chop off those extra strips of pie dough that are cascading off the edge, and then we'll be ready to move on. Once you're done with your lattice, take whatever extra scraps of dough that you have left and then roll it out into a long rectangle. And then you're going to go ahead and cut this into 3 smaller even strips. And these are going to be the strips that we braid to make our border around the edge. Then I'm going to take these 3 strips and squish them together at the end. And then I'll go ahead and start braiding these. Then once you're done with your braid, just pinch the end and go ahead and cut that off. And you'll just make enough braids to go around your pie. Now I'm going to go ahead and place my pie dough braid along the outer circle of our pie. And voila, a simple, easy, and delicious border. Now I'm going to give the whole pie an egg wash. And this is just 1 egg mixed with about a tablespoon of milk. And you'll just brush this over your whole pie dough. Then I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle sugar all over the top of my pie. This will just give it a delicious crunch when you bite into it. I've gone ahead and taken some tin foil and kind of molded it into the shape and put it around my pie. This way it'll help the pie bake evenly and not let the edges burn too fast. Just take a long strip of tin foil, fold it in half, go around your pie dough, and then sort of curve it in. And now we're ready to bake it. In this goes at 425 for 20 minutes. So here we are, our beautiful and delicious blueberry pie. And let me fill you guys in. So after baked at 425 for 20 minutes, I put the temperature down to about 375 and baked it for another 40 minutes. And then I took that tin foil covering off that we put on and baked it again for another 15 minutes. A long bake time, but I assure you it's totally worth it. And once it gets to room temperature, you can go ahead, slice it, and enjoy. Oh my god, that looks amazing. So tasty. Yeah. That is the best blueberry pie that I've tasted. Like ever though. it's sweet yet sour with the lemon, but it's so tasty and delicious. Mmm. Thank you everybody so much for watching this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed making this blueberry pie just as much as I did. Please feel free to subscribe, give a thumbs up, leave a comment if you have a question, and check out my website, www.sugarovenstudio.com. Thank you everybody. Bye! So yummy. Nom, nom, nom.